Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to Wealth Made Easy for You. I'm your host, Carlos Millsap, your co-host, one of your co-hosts, and this is Brad, one of your hosts and co-hosts, Brad Stewart. Thank you guys for being with us. How you doing tonight, Brad?
Hey, doing well. I'm glad everybody could be here with us. It's good to see y'all. And we've got some exciting and interesting news for you that I think you'll really enjoy. And can't wait to get into the meat and potatoes of it.
Absolutely, absolutely, everybody. I tell you what, we're definitely coming into some very interesting times, and during this time period, we're starting to get a bunch of calls from a lot of different people when it comes to what's happening in the stock market. You know, we're noticing that the Feds have raised the rates 0.75%. So there's a lot of uncertainty out there, and especially when it comes to market volatility. We never know what when we wake up in the morning what the market's going to do. So when any time a person begins to plan for retirement, you know, nobody. I don't know about you, Brad, but everybody I talk to, especially if they have their money still in the market, they're still a little uneasy because that's money that they plan on living off of. If they don't live off that, they're going to they're trying to depend on Social Security, and we know that that's not something that you can totally um, um, be able to depend on. So you have the opportunity to kind of depend upon the money that you put aside. But as Brad, as you and I always talk about, there's different things that attack that money that's we consider to be qualified plans. We got there's always those fees, and people forget about the fees. They don't even realize that they're not that they're getting hit with those fees because they don't see them. They see that money just come out of their paycheck and it goes right into to the 401k, and they never even think about those fees. But those fees are definitely a present enemy to that 401k money. The other thing that the person has to begin to think about is risk. Right now it's very volatile. Market is volatile, so there could be a point where you could lose a great percentage of your money. Brad, you were saying yesterday in your statistics in regards to just crypto. You said crypto was down. Or was it like 61, 67%, something like that?
67%. Bitcoin.
67%.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin's down 67%. Can you imagine losing 67% of your 401k, and you think that you're within a couple years of trying to retire? The question becomes, how much money or what does the market need to gain in order for you to get that 67% back?
Oh,
Uh,
oh,
it's probably going to be like 134% gain. You need the market to be up 134, uh, gain 134%. That's a lot. That's a tall order.
that's
So
pretty
the
unheard
thing
of.
is, it's very unheard of. So what we want to talk about tonight is you probably have heard the term strategic rollover or rolling over 401k. And basically, what you're doing when you do a rollover is you're taking your money out of one like product and you're putting it into another like product so it can be treated the same based upon taxes. So you have your money that's inside of a 401k that has not been taxed yet, and now you're moving it into a like product that's going to be treated the same way that's not going to be taxed and it's still going to be tax deferred. So what are you doing when you do that? You're basically still delaying the inevitable. And what is that? You're going to pay taxes. When we talk to people, they don't want to pay taxes now. And, we simply ask this question, very simple question. So now, do you think in the future taxes are going to be higher or lower? Everybody, right, Brad? Everybody says, well, I think tax is going to be higher. I think tax is going to be
100%.
higher.
100%.
100%. So our question is simply this. If you believe tax is going to be higher, does it make sense to delay paying taxes? No, it doesn't. It does not make any sense because what you're basically doing is you are volunteering to give the IRS more than their fair share. All they want you to do is pay your fair share of taxes. If you decide to keep your money in there when taxes go up, you have decided uh, to give up your money and pay more than your fair share. Right, Brad?
Well, I like to tell people when that situation comes up, that question, I says, if you're going to pay taxes, do you want to pay? Uncle Sam says, pay me now or pay me a whole lot more later. And that's what it's
Absolutely.
going to come down to. Because if taxes are going to go up, people are feeling the pain right now at the pumps, in the grocery store, and the list goes on and on and on. The last thing we need is to pay more taxes on top of all that. And if you know taxes are going to go up, everybody's trying to find a way to beat the tax man. Everybody's trying to find a way to beat the expensive gas. Why would you not take advantage of an opportunity to pay less taxes? And this is the way to
Absolutely.
do it. This is how you could do it.
This is the way to do it. That's the way to do it. So the question becomes with the looming debt, the national debt being $30 trillion, you knowing that it's inevitable that the government is going to raise taxes, and you know right now that you're paying the lowest taxes that you paid in years. Does it make sense to wait and delay paying taxes? No. So just like with a house, is it better to go into retirement with a house that's debt free, mortgage free, or a house that has a mortgage on it, or with a balloon payment coming?
I'm
No,
already
it
feeling the
doesn't.
pain.
Absolutely. No, it makes more sense for you to go ahead and have that house, that mortgage paid off. So therefore, just like with your um, tax qualified plans, such as your 401k, 403bs, 529s, all those plans, 457, it's best to go ahead and get your taxes out the way. Go ahead and pay your taxes now, and then you can use a strategic rollout and you can roll that money into a plan such as an index universal life, which is a life insurance plan. It's a cash value life insurance product. Give you an example. I have someone that is going to be putting in $150,000 per year over a period of 5 years. So what they're doing is they're paying taxes on their money, and they're going to put their money inside of this index universal life. Then they're going to turn their income on, and they're going to receive tax-free income for the rest of their life. So their taxes are gone. Their taxes are out of the way. They never have to worry about it. Plus, here's the biggest plus: there was a change in the Secure Act just recently. And because of this change in the Secure Act, one of the things that has happened is that you no longer can pass on that 401k money or the IRA to an heir, and they be able to stretch out paying those taxes or taking that money out over 30, 40, 50 years. They have to get it done within 10 years. So you could potentially, if you do not take care of strategically rolling that money out, you could potentially be setting your family members up, your heirs up for a big tax debt.
Yep.
Do you want to do that? Absolutely, of course you don't. So, but what you could do by strategically rolling this into an index universal life is you could be setting your family up for a big tax-free benefit, life insurance as well as cash. So a strategic rollout is a much better option to do this for someone. So what is a strategic rollout? Here's our definition of it. So most people are familiar with the strategic rollover, such as rolling the money over from a 401k into an IRA. Instead, this is a rollout where you withdraw the money from your traditional 401k IRA, pay taxes or any applicable penalties. The applicable penalties is for anyone that's under 59 and a half. So there would be a 10% early withdrawal penalty if you decide that you wanted to do this. Okay, so I just want to let you know that. Now, for some people that are younger than 59 and a half, could it make sense? It could. We would have to go through the numbers and see if it makes sense. Trust me, Brad or myself, we would not want you to do this if it did not make financial sense. We want to do what's right for you. It doesn't matter about us. It's what's right for you. Um, so now you move applicable penalties and move the now after tax money into an index universal life policy. Now, what you have done then is you've taken your money from being forever taxed into being never taxed. That is the statement that I've taken from Ed Slott, who has been dubbed America's CPA. So he does not sell life insurance. He doesn't sell stocks, bonds, mutual funds, none of that. But he will tell you in a heartbeat. And if you need it, we'll send you some of his videos. We'll give you a link, but it's Ed Slott, SLOTT. That one of the things that you want to do is now start to pull your money out of those 401ks. Don't be afraid. I know it seems like it's a big tax bill, but it's going to work out better for you in the long run. So if this is something that you want to do, if this is something that you want to explore, please contact us, contact myself, Carlos Millsap, Brad Stewart, so that we can actually give you more details about a strategic rollout and kind of go through the numbers. You know, like we always say, people lie, numbers don't. So we just want to show you the numbers. Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think when you look at the difference of what you've just described, Carlos, the numbers are going to tell you straight up, if you pay the taxes at today's rates now, instead of 5, 10, 15 years down the road, number one, the savings is going to be there. But as you use that money, if you take it for whatever purpose you want to use it, you have access to all of it on a tax-free basis. Uncle Sam
Absolutely.
won't be sticking his greedy hand out there saying, gimme, 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 you owe me, because you've paid your debt. There is no more federal, state, anything that's left on that. And that's secured inside of the Internal Revenue Code. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Gone.
Yep.
So to be able to do that and not have to worry about any income taxes is a huge burden off of your back.
Huge, huge burden. Yep. Just to be able to go into retirement. Because see, one of the things that you know, when we talk to people, one of the things that we tell people is this. A lot of times when people get ready to go into retirement, they want to get as much money as they can. How much money? I want to get as much money as I can. I want to make the same income. But we tell them that having less debt is the same as having more income. Makes sense. So therefore, if you lessen your debt, lessen your tax debt, your need for more money is going to be lesser. But what happens when we put you in a strategic rollout uh, and you take care of your taxes, we actually put you in a plan where it's going to give you tax-free income
Yep.
for life.
I
Ooh,
think
you can't beat
I
that.
think I think to illustrate that too, Carlos, one of the big things that I recognized right away is for people who still have gone into retirement, still have a mortgage payment. Now their mortgage is paid down, but they still have every month a mortgage to pay. Let's just say grab a number, a $1,500 mortgage payment every month. And what you just said about savings is making, not having debt is as much as having more income. So if all of a sudden you eliminated and retired your mortgage, that $1,500 doesn't go to that mortgage company anymore. It stays in your pocket. You just got a pay raise of
Absolutely.
$1,500 a month times 12. holy smokes. I mean, that's a ton of money that you can use for other purposes. And all of a sudden,
Absolutely.
you've given yourself a pay raise. You're in a much better situation and position financially.
Absolutely. 100%.
Take the same concept and apply it to your credit cards, to any other debt that you might have, auto loans. I mean, the list can go on, depends on how in debt you are. But if you retire those debts and you're no longer under the thumb of those types of things, the burden's gone. You got more money in your pocket.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we want to put you in a better situation. We want to get you out of a situation where you're going to be forever taxed to never taxed. So here's what you need to do. You need to, after you finish watching this video, or if you're watching us live, what you need to do is you need to contact either myself or Brad at our email, or you can go ahead. I'm Carlos Millsap at cemillsap@gmail.com, or you can contact Brad at bradstewartusa@yahoo.com, or you can go to our website at www.wealthmadeeasyforyou.com. Now, if you want to watch this again, you can go ahead and pick this up on Facebook under Wealth Made Easy for You, on the YouTube at Wealth Made Easy for You. We want to make sure that you guys are getting the information, and we want to help make sure that we put you into a better financial situation. Don't let the looming tax hike take away your potential to have a great retirement. We want to thank you for being with us this evening. I'm Carlos Millsap.
It's Brad Stewart saying thanks for joining us. Look forward
Have a
to
good
seeing you
evening,
tomorrow.
folks.
Good night
See
now.
you tomorrow evening. Bye-bye.